Top of the morning to you, my Facebook fam. It's simply a fantastic morning, and I am so very much appreciative that you chose to hang out with me and divide some of your busy time with me. It's cold, but it's a wonderful, wonderful day. I'm absolutely thrilled and over the top excited that you and I both survived and experienced another Satisfied Saturday. And since you're here, you know what I want. Come on, I want my hug. That's what I want. And I know it's virtual. Virtual means an indirect way of expressing the same emotion that you would get with a real hug. The physical act is not there, but the emotional act is. So come on, lean in and give me my hug, because my hug is what gets me through. Like I usually say on Saturdays, with all of the hate and with all of the animosity and bitterness and chaoticness, dog eat dog era that we are facing, a hug will take you to another level. It just makes you feel better when you're connecting with people. Quickly tag someone, share, and by all means give me a shout out and leave a comment in the chat. Let me know where you are located. This is Satisfied Saturday, and we make it a Satisfied Saturday. We have to will it to be so. In spite of the challenges, in spite of the ups and downs, in spite of the disappointments. But once Saturday arrives, it should give you a sense of pleasure. It should give you a sense of fulfillment and contentment. That out of all of the ones that did not make it, we are one of the ones that did. To my new subscribers, that's why I tagged my show Satisfied Saturday. Because it's just a wonderful thing. Saturdays to me, even when I was a child, was just a day of relaxation. And my mother did the work and my father did the work, but for us it was just relaxation. So I love Saturdays. I'm satisfied, and I know you are as well. And my intent is to always bring you relative and enlightening things of interest, things that will promote you, things that will empower you, and to give you the wherewithal, the tenacity, the resilience, the whatever it takes to know that you can make it even another week. And speaking of, I thank you for sharing your time. And speaking of time, time is going to be my focal point this morning on Satisfied Saturday. My theme for today is, it's about time. Not time meaning what took you so long, or it's about time you got here. But I'm referring to the time that your watch gives you, the time that your Apple Watch gives, the time that your Timex gives, the Movado, the Gucci, and the Rolex. Oh, I want a Rolex. I'm throwing hints to the bishop. And so I'm not talking about, I'm talking about that time. I'm talking about the time that gives you the time of day. Yesterday was a very dreary, wet, and cold day. I got up to turn on the thermostat from cold to heat, from air conditioning to heat. And on my way, I passed by this beautiful mirror that I have in my foyer. For some reason, I turned around and went back. And the image that I have been looking at for years stared back at me in an interrogating, inquisitive way. As I turned and I looked, the stare, I knew that to stare, I knew that the question that my reflection was asking was, where did all of the time go? For a while, I forgot about how cold it was in our home because something more important had taken precedence, and that was time. Actually, the reflection wasn't that bad. but it was a far cry from the way it looked 25 years ago. I think the transformation or the change has something to do with the world's most valuable commodity, and that is time. Commodity is a useful or a valuable thing such as water or time. Besides family, besides health, besides work, besides possessions, time is paramount or one of the greatest of importance. It's a rare commodity because you can never get more time. You can never recapture the time that you spent. Time is a resource, but it's a unique or different resource because you can't buy it, you can't borrow it, you can't store it, you can't save it, you can't renew it, you can't stretch it, you can't multiply it, or stop it. And I heard somebody say that they're just killing time. Well, I stopped by to let you know that you can't kill time, because time eventually will kill you. The wealthy rich folk can't buy more of it, and the scientists can't invent more of it. There are only two things that you can do with time, and that is waste it or spend it wisely. Time is an interesting commodity because when it's gone, it's gone. You cannot, and when it's up, it's up. You can't retrieve it, you can't repeat it, you can't relive it. Now on our television, there is something that you call instant replay. There's an instant replay button that you can push to rewind or to go back or to save. Yes. But that's a luxury that's only on TV. When I was looking back at the reflection that was mesmerizingly staring back at me, I thought about the poem that Benjamin Mays wrote. Benjamin was a pioneer civil rights leader that was the president of Morehouse, the prestigious Morehouse College. He wrote a poem about time. It goes like this: I only have a minute, only 60 seconds in it. Forced upon me, can't refuse it. Didn't seek it, didn't choose it. But it's up to me how I use it. And I must give account if I abuse it. Just a tiny little minute, but eternity is in it. Wow. That mirror was talking back to me. And your mirror is talking to you as well. In spite of your age, in spite of tempting teens, you could be in your roaring 20s, you could be in your thrilling 30s, you could be in your fabulous 40s, you could be in your fleeting 60s or 50s, your satisfied sexy 60s, and I did say sexy. You could be in your sexy, satisfied 60s. You could be in your heavenly 70s. You can be in your aching 80s. You can be in your near, my God, to the 90s. And no matter what you have accomplished, some of us have accomplished a lot. You've got your degrees, you've got your job, you've got your promotion, you built your house, you've got a nice car, your children are graduating from high school and going into college. No matter what you have achieved during that time, if you're still breathing, you still have things to do. It's not over, and you still have time. That's what my reflection was telling me in that mirror. Don't count every hour in the day, but rather make every hour count. Time. I don't know about you, but while I have time, I want to keep going like a clock. Tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock. And I want to keep facilitating strategies that will empower you to think big and do big and hold on big and go big, because you are big. in spite of your mistakes, in spite of your fears, in spite of your apprehensions, sometimes right and sometimes wrong. Nothing is a waste of time if you use the experiences wisely. After I spent some time looking in the mirror at what time had done to this girl that you're looking at, I remember that my house was still cold. I turned up the thermostat. I turned it up. And within time, our home was nice and warm. Just like the thermostat can change the climate. And it changed the climate in my home. And it will change the climate in your home. But that same climate can be changed in your life. It's not too late. You still have time. The Winans recorded a song, it's time to make a change. And we are the people that can do it. You are the only one that can take advantage of the time that you have. 60 seconds. 60 seconds in a minute. 60 minutes in an hour. 60 hours. 60 hours. I'm stuck on that 60. Because you don't know how much time that you have. But all I want you to know on today is it's about time. It's all about time. And my thought for today is the tomorrow that you were worried about yesterday. I'll give you some time to think about that. You know, when you were young, time just seemed to just fly. And it's because they were not used to what they were going to be seeing. They were excited about tomorrow. They were excited about discovery. They were excited. But if you notice, as we get older, time tends to fly. It just flies. When you're young, it flies. It's still flying, but not at the speed that it's flying with us when we get older. Because the young kids, they say, I can't wait till Christmas. I can hardly wait for my birthday. But as we get older, I notice that I still have my Christmas lights up, not outside, but they're still up so that I can easily put them back up because Christmas comes back so fast. And that's because we're getting older. And it's because we're used to Christmas. We're used to what's going on. So what I want to say is don't get used to what you see. Don't get stuck in the quicksand of what you have already done. You can make some new things. You can do some wonderful things. I have a video, audio, visual, I want to say, rep, that has just found out that she can make it happen just by videoing, buying cameras, buying equipment, buying monitors. And I don't want to tell her age, but I think she's past 40. She's in her fabulous 50s. I don't think she'll get in, I don't think I'll get in trouble. But she just started. She just found out that she can work a camera. And it is wonderful. As a matter of fact, she is our audiovisual rep for the Greater Bethesda Church of God in Christ. And not only that, for the New York Central jurisdiction, she's working the camera statewide. Just the thought that she could not do that a year ago. Look at her right now. Time did that because she took advantage of the time. Today is the tomorrow that you were worried about on yesterday. And I will give you some time to figure that out. But I'll give you a hint. Don't worry about what happened yesterday. Yesterday is gone. Tomorrow may never be. The only time you have is right now. It's about time. Go out and make it a fabulous, fantastic, and enjoyable, satisfied Saturday. While you have, you said it, time. Get in some good trouble. as my friend John Lewis said, and I was so happy that we got a chance to meet him and rub shoulders and take pictures with him before his time was up. Get in some necessary trouble. Try some random acts of kindness. You'll be surprised, and so will they, when you do a random act of kindness. I'll see you on next week with another topic that will give you insight, foresight, and even hindsight for living. All roads is leading to Satisfied Saturday. My name is Lady J, and I'm so excited that I will see you on next week. I approve this message, top of the morning, and remember, it's all about time. Take care.